Hey guys, Theron Asbury here with Revital Outdoors, bringing you another exciting podcast. Tonight we're going back to the Great Lakes Division. We're going back to the great state of Wisconsin. We're going to interview Mr. Charlie Wright. Charlie has done very, very successful in tournaments out of the Mississippi River, out of LaCrosse. And tonight he's going to give us a little bit of a recap of his tournaments from last year, what he predicts for this year. And that same tournament's coming up this weekend. So a lot of great information come to you for the Great Lakes Division anglers. Before we get started, Revital Outdoors is very excited to announce we are still accepting entries into our $2,500 sweepstakes giveaway. This giveaway consists of a lot of great things in the fishing industry, including companies like Flambeau Outdoors, Costa Del Mar, Cigar Line, The Rod Glove, Strike King Lures, Tackle Warehouse. It's not a giveaway any angler wants to miss. So in order to enter into the giveaway, all you have to do is hit the link at the top of the description right below this video. It just takes a few seconds to do that. So make sure you go ahead and do that before you continue watching. And then that winner, the lucky winner of that giveaway will be chosen at the end of the BFL season. So very excited for that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. That's Revital Outdoors. And if you've never heard of Revital Outdoors, we're a premium CBD company. We offer premium CBD products to all the outdoor enthusiasts out there. Our products are THC-free, made right here in America. They help with all the different ailments that anglers and outdoor enthusiasts experience on the water or in the field. So make sure you check them out on our website, and you can also purchase them directly off our website. That's revitaloutdoors.com. That being said, let's go ahead and get back to the great state of Wisconsin. Mr. Charlie Wright. Charlie, how you doing this evening, bud?
No, I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Well, man, I looked up your profile on Major League Fishing. You had a solid finish last year on the Mississippi River out of LaCrosse. You've had, numerous solid finishes out of LaCrosse as far as the Mississippi River. So tell us a little bit about why that's so special. Why does it fit into your, bandwidth of such, being such a great angler? And what do you predict for this weekend?
Well, I love fishing in LaCrosse. I love the river. I'm usually kind of torn between the Black River, and there's a lot of kind of offshore stuff there, and the Goose Island area, where that's all frogging and shallow water fishing. And I love shallow water fishing, but it seems that I get most of my quality fish out of the Black River, so it's kind of I'm usually split. But well, this tournament, it's setting up to be really good. The way Major League Fishing did it this year is usually we go LaCrosse in April, and then our next tournament's in like June. And that's on the Winnebago chain. And this year they added another LaCrosse tournament here in late May, and that's prime time for the river. Water's coming up a little bit. I think it's supposed to be around 9 or 10 feet when the tournament is. But rising water, the fish are wanting to spawn. Water's warming up. It really doesn't set up much better than that.
Absolutely. You think that the fish will be in all three stages of spawn this weekend?
Most likely. I'm live a little bit farther north, so I'm not really sure what the water temperatures are down on the cross right now. But I suspect there should be a few fish on beds and some fish. Probably a majority pre-spawn, spawn, and then a few fish post-spawn.
Okay. Now, here's an interesting question. I know it's the Mississippi River, a lot of dirty water. I've actually gotten the opportunity to fish there myself. There can be some backwater, clear water areas. Okay. So that being said, do you think there'll be some fish caught off a bed sight fishing?
Oh, yes, for sure. That's probably going to be one of my game plans is looking for some sight fish and spawners. But yeah, some of those backwaters, they get filtered by all the weeds and the vegetation, and they'll be, crystal clear, especially the kind of shallower ones. You'll be able to see 4 or 5 foot down, no problem. And that's what you're fishing for beds. So,
okay. We look at tournaments that's been there in the past, like the Bass Pro Tour, the Bassmaster Elite Series. The Upper Mississippi River out of LaCrosse, it's a phenomenal frog fishery. It's a great place to, fish the little estuaries as far as like the eddies coming off the main river points, the little oxbows, guys throwing jigs. Tommy Biffle won an elite event up there one time, throwing his Biffle head. So we look at patterns like that have always been very predominant in the late or kind of the mid to late summer. This is a little bit more of an earlier tournament notoriously than when professional tournaments have been there. So that being said, do you think an angler can still capitalize on getting the victory chasing smallmouth? Do they need to chase largemouth too or have a mixed bag? What do you think is going to matter?
This tournament, I believe it could be won on both. Most likely, the smallmouth are a little bit bigger usually if you can find the bigger ones. But I mean, the safer route would be going for largemouth. But if you want to gamble and try to win it, then I mean, smallmouth is the way to go, and obviously mixed bag. But
I got you. Good deal. What do you think it's going to take weight wise this weekend?
oh, I've been thinking about it a little bit. It took like 17 or something to win the last one, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but I mean, this one, I mean, it's setting up. It could take over 20 to win it. And I mean, it could be 13, 14, 15 to cash a check even,
Right.
if it sets up good. So,
based on what you've given the information, all three stages of the spawn, I think fish are going to be heavily feeding. There's going to be a lot of guys, really moving a lot of water throughout the day, not really staying in one spot. Do you think guys will be predominantly power fishing? Do you think the finesse fishing will play in it all, or it could just be a multitude of different techniques this weekend?
I mean, the thing with the river, I mean, there's so many different things you can do. I mean, you can throw a Ned rig for smallmouth on rock, or you can go frog fishing for largemouth, and I mean, you can win doing either of those. So, I mean, it's really, I think power fishing will probably be the way to go this time, just because those fish are going to be shallow and they're going to be feeding. So, covering water and getting your bait in front of as many fish as possible will probably be the way to go there.
And what about as a co-angler that wants to do well in this event? What do they need to be kind of thinking about, technique wise?
It depends what your boater is going for, but I'd ask them night before the tournament, whether they're thinking largemouth or smallmouth. And I mean, a co-angler, you really can't go wrong with like a wacky worm or a Ned rig, something like that in the back of the boat. Just slow down behind them. Yeah.
Do really well. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Charlie, you've given us a lot of great information about the LaCrosse, Wisconsin, Mississippi River, the upper Mississippi, as they like to call it, for the BFL Great Lakes Division tournament this weekend. Before we let you go, I know you got a lot of great people that support you and around the Wisconsin area where you live. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Oh yeah, I just huge shout out to my parents. I mean, they really helped me through my journey of fishing, and just want to thank my coach, fishing coach down in Alabama where I go to college at. I mean, it's great being down there, learning all sorts of different techniques that you don't learn up north. And yeah, just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for just helping me through my life. So
I got you. So, well, Charlie, thank you again for coming on board to this podcast. For all listeners out there, again, we've been talking to Mr. Charlie Wright, a top 10 angler from the 2021 BFL Great Lakes Division tournament on the Mississippi River out of LaCrosse. So good luck to Charlie. Good luck to all the anglers fishing this weekend. Be safe out there, guys. Mississippi River's got a lot of water in it right now. There's a lot of rising water through the storms that have happened this year. There's going to be a lot of debris in the water, so just be safe out there. Be cognizant of that. Before we let you go, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing to our channel, viewing the content, leaving the comments, liking the videos. We've had a lot of great fun interviewing all the BFL anglers this year, so really appreciate the support. Make sure you also click that link at the top of the description right below this video. Enter into that $2,500 sweepstakes giveaway. Again, I promise you, it's not one that any angler is going to want to miss. From all of us at Revital Outdoors, I'm Theron Asbury once again. Be safe out there, guys. God bless. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. We'll talk to everyone very, very soon.